much of intolerance in the world today. We must teach our students to be open-minded. My reaction was, are they conspiring against me? I said, hang on, guys. Don't make me say this word in front of an audience. You have to understand the situation I'm in. You know, it's a very political term now, intolerance. I have to be very, very careful, I told them. Anyway, jokes aside, I must applaud my staff for this concept, unquestionably pertinent today. Students will showcase music and dance styles which have not originated in India. We have hip-hop, jazz, Afro-jazz, many of them mostly Western styles. But students have learned to adapt and appreciate these styles from different cultures. In fact, when I saw the rehearsals, I was simply stunned. What talent, what energy my students, 2 feet to 5 feet, 5.59 feet, 2 years to 18 years, I mean. Simply stunning. You will be stumped to watch the students' talent. John Dewey and Bertrand Russell said that open-mindedness is one of the fundamental aims of education. How very true. One of our IB learner profile attributes. You have it up out there on the screen. What is open-mindedness? It says, we students, we critically appreciate our own cultures and personal histories, as well as the values and traditions of others. We seek and evaluate a range of points of view, and we are willing to grow from the experience. At this point, I would like to share my philosophy on education. I'm sure many of us would have asked these questions obscene number of times and continue to do so. Why is education important? There are different reasons, different aims from different people, different quarters, why we are educating the young. I've shortlisted a few. A, to train the young to have the information and skills, to do well in exams and tests, finding lucrative employments, making a decent living, whether self-employed or an employee, gaining admission to professional and specialized programs in higher education, contributing to the manpower and public sector and to the economic growth of the country. B, to preserve our culture, beliefs, values, practices, as well as the bodies of academic knowledge that we have accumulated, be it mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, sociology, psychology, economics, history, so on and so forth. C, to generate future researchers such that each discipline will be reproduced among the young. D, to help the young develop their potential along the physical, intellectual, emotional, societal, moral, aesthetic, and spiritual dimensions. I'm coming to the most important. Philosophers and true educationists will consider this the most important, and I completely believe in this. What is it? It is to prepare the future generation to participate in contributing towards greater well-being of humanity and the planet. And in Lord Gautama Buddha's term, Sugata, and Aristotle called it eudaimonia. The eudaimonic or Sugata conception of education is the most comprehensive. As Buddha pointed out, the well-being of the individual depends on the well-being of the community, Sangha, extendable to the well-being of the species and the ecosystem, and the well-being of the ecosystem depends on the well-being of the individual. The well-being of the individual includes physical, intellectual, emotional, societal, ethical, aesthetic, and spiritual dimensions. Noam Chomsky, world-renowned linguist, Professor Emeritus of MIT. In fact, I'm heavily influenced by his works. His gist on education is my mantra for all students. I put it up on the slide. Education is really aimed at helping students get to the point where they can learn on their own. Parents, this is my vision for my students on education, and this is my philosophy in simple terms on education. And this is what our theme is, open-mindedness, which says, an open mind cares to understand. And that is what I wish for my students. In fact, I found a very interesting video, very touching video, which I wanted to share with all my parents. Please have a look at that video. And that is my very short, brief message to one and all.
सर, आपके लिए उस पार कार का इंतजाम किया है सर। सर आइए सर। ए चल चल आ जाओ। क्या बात करता है? क्या ऊपर से जाएगा? क्या ऊपर से? जा जा।
गया मेन शो।
I hate this country. कुछ करो ना।
अब मैं वहां जाके क्या उखाड़ लूंगा?
कैसी जाने बूंदे आई, जाने कैसा दर्द लाई, सामने क्या है ये तेरे, क्यों रुका है तू बता दे हो। कौन तुझको पार लेगा, कौन होगा वो मसीहा, वो जिसे तू ढूंढता है, वो ही है तू वही है। तुझ में तेरा रास्ता है, तुझ में तेरा है सहारा, तू ही तुझको